Hello and happy Friday. I'm Anson, and we are continuing in our New Year's series, The Calling, where we're looking for daily drills to live with purpose for 2026. We talk a lot about healing, connection, and purpose at Lake Norman Baptist, and this series is all about that third piece of our mission and vision, and that is living with purpose, leaning into the calling that God has for you and me, for us as a church, for his kingdom in the world. And so we've been seeing Jesus training his disciples through the Gospel of Luke, these middle chapters as he's empowering them to go out and do the work of the kingdom, and teaching and training us how you and I can go out and do the work of God's kingdom here in our day and in our time and in our community. So we've seen the call to go. We've seen the call to love. This week we see the call to choose. And this is a meaningful invitation. It's a meaningful truth that you and I have an opportunity to choose whether or not we're going to be a part of God's kingdom, to choose whether or not we're going to lean into the purpose that he has for us. We see this throughout the Bible. In Deuteronomy, when God led his people into the promised land, the culminating invitation that God gave through Moses was now choose life, choose to live as my people in my place under my good, loving rule. It was a choice that he invited the people to make. When Joshua led the people into the promised land, he said, choose you this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And so within the sovereignty of God, there is the invitation for you and me to choose. And Jesus lays down this invitation to choose in Luke 11 as we continue to move through our series. That's a really compelling one. And he really kind of lays down an ultimatum. And he says, look, either you're with me or you're against me. Either you're gathering along with me in God's kingdom or you're scattering, which is a pretty sobering statement from Jesus that really compels us to think and reflect on the choices that we are making. And so there's a lot in this section. I think it's going to be helpful for us, a little bit challenging. And so we need to be challenged once in a while as we consider the calling that God has for us. And so I hope you'll join us this weekend online if you need to, but in person if you can. Want to experience this and learn and grow together. I think it's going to be encouraging and inspiring for us to see this call that Jesus invites us to make a choice. And just a spoiler alert, it's a choice that involves power, a choice that involves light, a choice that involves the kingdom of God, the Spirit of God working in us and through us. And so it's a good invitation. It's the call to choose. Of course, we'll have a daily drill this weekend to help us put some feet on it day in and day out. So hope you'll join us as we look at this invitation for Jesus and the call to choose. But until then, hope you have a great weekend, and I hope to see you soon.